Previously on Critically Stupid. Smash cut. Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Critically Stupid. For those whose memory is similar to mine, meaning you don't remember the previous episode at all, I'm here to just do a quick recap, bring you up to speed. If you're using this recap because you haven't watched the episode from before, you should definitely go watch it. Anywho, you may recall from a prior episode that we ended up being drugged by Floon. So we confronted him. Obviously, I confronted him, especially because I didn't even take the drink that he gave us, and I'm still not 100% sure how the drug affected me. And Floon then said something about having to do it for the money. I guess his father is sick. He didn't love giving us the details. We ended up following up on the lead that we got to go to Dandy Mops, which is it's a wig store, and it was run by what appeared to be a human person who turned out to be a leprechaun, and this leprechaun did not want to tell us anything. Something about a necromancer that's working attached to the shop. I can't imagine running my business with like a necromancer in the back, but so we went to follow up on this, and we sent Garath first, and he saw a halfling being attacked by a bunch of Kenku, the birds that I murdered a while ago. So we're not sure what the Kenku were doing there. We didn't really have a ton of time to ask, because in addition to the Kenku, there were these skeletons, and Arnold and I ended up getting attacked by them. So that is where we last left off. Enjoy the episode.
Yeah, but I'll think it's funny, and I'm always the target demographic.
Oh, are you?
For me.
I'll tell you what, a shocking amount of our listener base is like 18 to 24-year-olds.
Damn it. You mean I'm not the target demographic?
I'm doing it for you guys.
No, you're the bait for the target demographic, Diana.
I was going to be like low-key racist toward myself and say we just throw up this sign for all our pictures.
I take pictures like that too.
Oh, then you're honorary Asian.
I've been waiting for that title my whole life. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your D&D comedy real play podcast, Critically Stupid, with new episodes every Friday on YouTube and Spotify. I am Alexander James. I'm the Dungeon Master of this show, and my favorite part of last episode was probably when Arnold and Garion, Arnold and Garath put a comedy knife to my throat and made my normal everyday shopkeeper with a plain Irish accent a leprechaun hiding Lucky Charms. I thought it was very funny, and no part of me was annoyed at them. We have a guest today, and out of honor for them, I'm going to toss it to them. Everybody, this is Ronnie.
Hi, Ronnie.
This is my Miss America wave.
Yeah, I love that. Ronnie, what was your favorite part of last episode?
I really liked when Mel just got to stab every single one of you. And then Dianna, in real life, we got to watch her actually go to each of your houses and also stab you in real life.
I can't wait. I can't wait. During the pee break, my door is just gonna get
Yes.
somebody's gonna ring on my door now. I'm gonna go out and Diana's just gonna stab me.
Best part.
Fair enough. I love that. All right, Ronnie, who's going next?
Anthony.
I'm actually going to stab Anthony next, and you're not going to know how I got from one side of the country to the other side of the country, but it's happening.
I'm Anthony, and Mel's about to kill me. I'm Anthony. I play Arnold the Bard, and my favorite part of last episode was just Alex's face as we just kept getting like deeper and deeper with the leprechaun bit, where he's just like, "You can't make wishes," and I'm like, "I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way, Alex," and it was breaking my heart.
We have those double percentile dice for a reason.
Exactly. Dianna.
Hi, my name is Dianna. I play Mel. I also have the wolf pup Josh Pat JPZ. My favorite part of last episode was I think it was we got the info we needed because I promised the shopkeeper that we wouldn't annoy him anymore.
Yep.
But if he didn't give it to us, then these two were just going to keep at it. I found that to be a very persuasive argument.
I also, as a real life person, found it to be very. You were like, you offered me the DM a way out of the bit. And I was because
immediately,
yes.
Like the bit, they just kept going, and I was like, where does this stop? And then in horror, I was like, it doesn't. Oh my god, it doesn't stop. Like I gotta give him something.
We were doing annoying cop, and it worked.
But then you were like, roll for it, and I'm like, well, fuck. What if I roll low? Libris Arcana better not fail me now. But they didn't.
Libris Arcana got your back.
True that. Oh, Garion.
Hello, everybody. My name is a pimp named Slickback, and I play Garath. My favorite part of last episode was, I think, was when we were trying to like question Floon. We were like, "Why did you do this?" And he was like, "Ah!" because Josh Pat was just like sinking his teeth into his arm the whole time.
Hey, listen, it was a real reaction from Floon, and Josh Pat is the goodest boy.
My second most favorite part was when Anthony said you abandoned Save the Cat.
Yo, again, you guys are like learning how to reach between the revolving doors of like the characters I play and me as a person, because Anthony very neatly threaded the needle and was like, "Fuck you as a person," and I was like, "Cool."
He paused the game. He was like, "Hey, above table, I like you less."
No, I love you. It didn't break my heart. It broke my heart because I like Floon so much. I was like, I know it's gonna happen in the story. I won't always like everyone.
All right, we'll kill him.
We'll kill him if we must.
Occasionally, there will be actual bad people.
Yeah,
they're not gonna be your best friends.
I mean, here's the thing: if somebody is like talking shit to like Josh Pat, that's not like, oh, dude, they might be like, no, like, sorry.
Yeah. Because when I wake up and a dog is biting me, I want to pet it and say good boy.
Was this right after you like drugged the owner of the dog, though? I mean,
I was trying to help them relax. They were stressed out.
If you break
how
into
much
someone's
gold
house
could you carry?
and like the dog is fighting you off, are you gonna be like, that piece of shit, shitty, awful, fuck that dog? No.
All right, we gotta build a bit together.
Okay.
This is gonna be the.
I love that song.
What?
Build a bitch. Whatever, man.
Hey, Ronnie laughed. So
I actually know that song.
Yeah, you
it's Britney,
right.
bitch. In the like.
I'm real proud of me for knowing it. I was like, oh, a part of me is young.
Which part, Bestie?
Ew.
Oh, that's my goodness.
That was insulting on a couple levels there.
My George.
All right. For the first time ever, we are going to build a bit together. That's going to be a continuation of a previous bit. So last episode, our sort of like opening scene warm up was about the courtroom at this fantasy village with animals. There was the sexy rabbits and the duck knights and the squirrel archers cornering King Rat George because they were pretty sure that George was a person trapped as a rat. There was brief mention of King George's son, Trim Scurry, the Prince Rat. And today we're going to open with the Prince Rat, Trim Scurry. So, Garath, Trim Scurry is on a desperate flight for his life. Where in the city is Trim Scurry running?
To or from?
From.
He's running from the palace.
Not running to death there.
He's running from the palace. So like what set the scene of his flight?
Okay, so is the reason he's fleeing part of the story, or can I make that up too?
That's going to be somebody else.
Damn it. Okay,
I know,
fine.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, after the event happened, he's fucking thrown out of the top window and kind of like tumbles down the various spires like a slinky falling down the stairs.
Uh-huh.
And then with like a kind of like a thwomp at the bottom, he just starts fucking legging it to a bar. And then he just like jumps behind the bar and hides and like does one of these to the bartender, and the bartender's real chill, so he doesn't narc him out.
I'm gonna jump in right there. The bartender is not actually no. Sorry. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Thank you.
Busy bartender, middle of a Friday night service, looks down, sees a rat. The rat goes shh, and the bartender's like, "Yeah, what's up, bro? What you need?" So something slams through the door that has chased Rat Prince Trim Scurry from this window that he was thrown out of down into the bar to start this desperate chase scene. Dianna, what chased Trim Scurry down the spires and into the bar? And please, dear God, just keep it in the parameters of like, I don't know, normal for once.
I think that 32 of the sexy bunnies are chasing after him because they're mad.
Okay. So Prince Rat Trim Scurry is
bunnies are real fast.
Also, what makes the bunnies sexy?
I don't know. Bestie said they were sexy last time, so I just leaned into it.
Okay. They are, you know what? It doesn't matter. Whatever makes them feel hot and confident.
It's their personalities that make
is irrelevant to the question. Prince Rat Trim Scurry is drinking a rat-sized Manhattan that this bartender has shaken up for him. He's like terrified. His hands are shaking. He's hunched behind the bar, but he's like still like shaking this rocks glass up to his lips, and it's like tinkling against his teeth as a horde of sexy Kafkin-wearing bunny rabbits bursts through this, like, I think it's a cat door in the side of this bar.
Nice.
And one of them at the front screams, "Get him!" And they all sort of like start chasing this rat, and there's a chase scene as the rat jumps up on the bar, his talons scratching as he weaves between patrons' drinks, and they like scream and cry with alarm, and people are throwing beer mugs and everything trying to get away from this rat.
Is there someone playing piano? Like,
well, yeah, but they're like playing it really fast now.
He like gets into the piano and it like jumps around a lot, and he like bangs on the keys.
The keys are flying everywhere.
Yeah, the keys are flying everywhere. There's a cat that screams in the background.
The cat is in the piano at some point.
Okay, Ronnie, I'm gonna throw you in here. Prince Rat Trim Scurry is running with a pal, like a friend of his that he's on this desperate flies with. Think of like a Batman and Robin kind of like a sidekick thing.
A Frodo and Samwise.
Yeah, except this Samwise takes the opportunity to betray Prince Rat Trim Scurry and save his own skin at the expense of Prince Rat Trim Scurry's. What does this sidekick rat do? How does he betray his Prince Rat?
He trips him, slows him down,
okay,
pushes him
So
in the way.
simple and yet so
effective. I think the rats see a bolt hole like cut into the side of the wall. It's like just big enough for a rat. They know that the rabbits chasing them can't make it, so they angle for this bolt hole. And Prince Rat Trim Scurry says, "You go first." Ronnie, what's the sidekick's name?
Tibble.
Love it. You go first, Tibble. And Tibble throws himself into this bolt hole. And then I think like pulls like a beer can in front of it behind him and blocks the entrance. So Prince Rat Trimscurry can't get out. So Prince Rat Trimscurry is tripped up. The rabbits are closing in on him. He's desperate to get out. Arnold, tell me about how Trimscurry dies.
Thanks.
Tell me about the
I didn't
death.
bring any tissues. I wasn't ready for this.
It
like
can be
to imagine
accidental
just-
or purposeful.
It's an unrelated heart attack.
It's an aneurysm burst.
So Mel comes in the room behind him and mistakes him for us and kills this right now.
And stabs him during the pee break.
So, okay. So he runs in. So, he's just, so he's just hitting it. He runs through the next building over, people scurrying or running,
Right.
whole crowd of rabbits, behind him. And I'm gonna say as he runs by, he gets distracted because Trimscurry sees a baby mouse, like a baby rat.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want this rat to get just demolished by the horde of bunnies behind him. So he picks up the rat and he says, "Save yourself!" And he throws the rat like up into this basket. There's like a nice
And it
soft
hits
basket.
a fan and
So blood spews everywhere. No. Well, I'm yes-anding this. So the baby rat is
So
dead.
there's a cloud of blood.
There's a cloud of blood, a mist. It's just mist. No. So he saves this baby rat, but as he says, "Remember me," and there's all of the rabbits just completely like overtake him and just basically turn him into Mufasa. Just Mufasa into death. He's lost in the whole stampede of rabbits, and they don't even know that they're doing it at that point. They're still running.
Right. I think they like turn a corner and he's just like right on the other side of it. So they just stampede right over him.
Absolutely.
So we've got former Rat Prince Trimscurry's fresh corpse sitting on the cobblestone back lanes of Waterdeep. It's a cold spring night. There's a nip in the air. A fog is rolling in over the waterfront. Tall figure with a hood over its head and dragging a donkey with a wheelbarrow attached to the back of it. And there's a mound of like humped shapes behind in the body of this wheelbarrow that's being dragged by this donkey somehow. I'm not quite sure. And with a wet squelch, the wheel rolls over Prince Rat Trimscurry and carries him with it as it moves down the street. As it just like, if I could do the Foley work, I would. Ronnie, are you still gonna cry about it? Because like now's the time.
He's a hero now.
Like
He's a
if
martyr.
if a cow were caught under a carriage, is it like that?
Exactly like that. But we close in to see Prince Rat Trimscurry is actually holding something tucked into his two hands. I think we saw a glimpse of it when he threw this mouse baby up to be sacrificed by the fan whirring in the ceiling. It is a glowing gem on a necklace. And we see it glint in the lantern light as this cart and donkey this wheelbarrow and donkey and person hooded and cloaked disappear into the fog. We're going to open on you, Bing Bongs. Smash cut.
us.
So, you are in trouble. Garath,
Aww.
you are in a laboratory. There are a number of curios and frankly horrifying things in this room that I could spend hours describing because that's my bag. But your attention is caught by this person who has just thrown their hand out to you. And we're going to do a little bit of retconning because I wanted to fit Ronnie into this position. So last episode, I said it was a halfling. Today, it's not. Today it is. Ronnie, would you like to introduce us to what your character looks like, please?
Yes, normal size human appearing female. From the silhouette, looks like a normal human. Now, is he close enough where he can see more than that, or he just sees like my shadow?
I think he's like 15 feet away, so he's just going to get broad details.
Okay.
Okay. So Garath, you see
I see a normal woman.
You see a normal woman.
Yeah.
I think wearing
Okay,
like
cool.
a cloak and a hood. There are two animated skeletons standing in front of her holding short swords. And in front of these animated skeletons, there are 3 Kenku, or 6-foot tall ravens, also holding weapons. I think like there's like a mace and a pair of daggers and various armaments. And the Kenku are, 2 of the Kenku are talking to the middle Kenku. The middle Kenku is holding a dagger. And Garath, you could tell from where you're standing, pretty nervous, low key. Looks kind of shaking in his boots.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's because we're coming through. I'd be nervous.
Yeah, for sure. What do you do as the head of this party? You're sort of in the front of the initiative order.
So I assume they see us.
Yeah, I don't think you guys did the really stealthy approach.
I mean, I always do, just like subconsciously, but
Right, yeah, for sure.
yeah. All right. Well,
Wasn't
first of all-
Arnold like wanting to ride you like a backpack? So I mean, I don't know how.
You always
that's
do.
That's an
That's-
unrelated. That's
has nothing to do with the
side
game.
quest.
So
That's the part of Anthony that's still young. You know what I mean?
First up on the docket, I'm gonna let my party know, like, yo, what the fuck?
I don't know. We're getting beat up on skeletons apparently.
Is there like an exit of sorts in this room?
There is a wrought iron staircase lit by lanterns in the far corner. Pretty steep. It looks like it cuts straight up into the ceiling.
In that case, I'm gonna like real casual, like be like, hello.
All right, Ronnie, you see I'm going to say he looks quite skullduggerous associate walk through the door of
Is
your
that
laboratory.
like a synonym for really friendly and cool?
Yes. You see a really friendly and cool guy wearing he's got white hair. He's wearing wizard's robes that are dyed black. And he has a curious glowing curved knife at his belt. And he's also wearing sunglasses because apparently he's a douchebag. And
Yeah,
he's
just
sort of like,
normal non-fantasy sunglasses.
and he sort of like throws up 2 fingers and a peace sign and goes, hello.
No, I don't do it palm out. No, it's the other way. It's always the other way.
I'm sorry. Palm in.
Please.
Hey.
Thank you. I do it the way cooler way.
Ronnie, what would you do in this scenario? What would your character do?
Now, am I concerned with him or with the crows and the skeleton issue right now?
Why don't you roll an insight check for me, Ronnie? Let's see
Okay.
if how much of this person's motivations you can glean.
Very hard to read.
It's the sunglasses.
Should I try
That's
wearing
a
them?
3. I know nothing.
This guy looks pretty friendly, actually, Ronnie. Like he looks pretty cool.
The sunglasses.
It's the sunglasses.
And my warm smile.
Or the
He's got a
sunglasses.
shirt.
The sunglasses hide the fact that there's nothing behind the eyes.
Like
Yeah,
literally, like
okay.
glass eyes.
I meant more metaphorically, but word.
All right, cool. Ronnie, it's tough to say. The fact that he's down here is a pretty bad sign. Nobody has come into your laboratory since it became your laboratory quite recently. You know what I mean?
Mhm. I say, what's your business here?
We are.
Oh, he slipped into his character voice at the last second. Did you guys see it on his face?
Bitch, what do you want me? How do you want me to say we differently? There's no
I don't
R
know.
in it.
I just wanted to make fun of you in that moment.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead then.
All right. No, I did. I'm done.
Okay, cool. We are your new lab assistants.
Ronnie, what are the name of your 2 acolytes that you've had under your employ since you've recently taken up these accommodations?
Bob and Dave.
Okay, Bob and Dave. You hear a blood-curdling scream as one of these Kenku pulls a curved dagger out of the tossed up fresh sausage remnants of Dave's intestines.
Dave, no.
But fret not, because of your 3 insight, you've got fresh ones right here.
Well, get to work.
Yes.
There's been an opening.
What is the
There's an opening.
Yeah, it
Damn, Ronnie.
looks like that Kenku just made several.
All right, let's cut away from Garath right quick. Arnold and Mel, you are looking at, I'm going to say 3 skeletons. If I said another one last episode, I fucked it up. Sorry, audience. 3 skeletons, one of whom is wielding a human, wet, fresh leg like a 2-handed club. And the other two
where is he holding it? Like by the ankle or by the thigh?
He's actually got a 2-handed grip that's really interesting. He's got his fingers intermingled with the toes for sort of like a good grip, and then the other one's like around the calf.
So he's a villain then. Got it.
And there is, thank you so much for asking, a little bit of toe jam on his hands.
How?
Yeah, I can't really see the.
How would this give you a better grip? The toes and the calf.
All right, so you got your leg right here, right?
Oh,
no.
So
Lord, I meant there's so much leg.
Like, deep in there.
Put it away.
And we're leaving. Let's
Get
go.
it out. Get it out.
But how is
Fred.
it?
For the audio only listeners,
You thank God.
Alex was just showing
Yeah.
off.
For the
Those
audio
feet.
only listeners, thank God.
thank God.
Yeah. I don't know. That's some people's fetish, but I'm still not understanding, even with your lovely demonstration,
Alex, you're
how
on Wiki feet now,
you're
you know that, right?
Damn.
hitting. Did you
What
say
mat-
wiki feet?
He did.
You don't have a Wiki feed, dude?
Stop. I'm begging you. This is a family, Christian-friendly show.
That's a website, right? And basically it's a pictures of celebrity feet.
Bessie, what matters to you is that he's wielding it as a 2-handed club.
Well, it seems terribly inefficient, but okay.
And the other two are wielding weapons, whatever. What do you two do?
I'm going to tell him that appears terribly inefficient. Is
Arnold,
he?
would you respond, or would you sort of be like, yeah, I concur?
Like, I would never hold a foot that way. That's not only inefficient, but also just gross.
Yeah, kind of yucky.
Kind of yucky. Not a big fan of this. They seem like the villain types. I was gonna say maybe they're best friends until I saw the fingers and the toes situation.
Yeah, you don't want to be friends with someone like that.
No.
Hang on.
I'm not gonna
We're
high
getting
five you.
awful close to kink shaming here. We don't kink shame on Critically Stupid. I want that clear.
Kink
Unless you're
shaming
furry.
is my kink.
If the kink is to have a disembodied human leg,
You know, we can for sure kink shame that.
Arnold, what are we doing?
Okay. Let me see. Arnold would. I only have a 1. Okay, can you kind of like how close are my friends to me? Like where we're right next to each other.
Mel is like right next to you, and then I would say the skeletons are like 5 to 10 feet away, in a modeled group.
Okay, cool. Then in that case, I would immediately cast Shatter in that 10-foot, like right in the center of them, 10 feet away from us, so we're not hitting that 10-foot radius.
Okay, you cast Shatter. Do you roll it, or do I do?
You do Constitution 13.
I rolled a 19.
All right.
So
Well,
they take half, right?
They take half. Yeah. Damn, I rolled real good. All right, let me see. All right, so it's 11.
Okay, and you hit all of them?
Yeah, I mean it's in the 10-foot radius, so it should just
okay. So Arnold, you extend your hand, and the flagstone floor of this sewer room cracks and breaks and shatters in like a mini earthquake as the floor buckles, and you see heavy pieces of rock shear these skeletons from ankles to hip bones, and you hear like the dry snapping of old bones break, and you see their jaws like distend in silent screams because they don't have vocal cords anymore. And you feel pretty good about it.
Did he just break my laboratory?
This is a great point. We're going to come right back to that. As an aside, Arnold, as you sort of like break this room and you move the heaps that are sort of like piled around this room, if you'll remember, I described like body heaps where like the occupant of this sewer complex has been discarding bodies and sort of like leaving them in semi-organized pieces. You see like a couple of them move, just like sort of like scatter as the ground underneath them breaks.
Okay.
Normal.
Diana, you actually didn't do anything with your action if you would like to. Oh, Josh Pat freaking out, by the way, barking his head off.
well, maybe he just wants a bone. Are they? as a little gift to him. I feel like I should get him.
Yeah, I mean, just have him go nuts, honestly.
Okay, so are they coming at us?
Yes, they are
actively?
actively recovering their
Oh
footing
well,
from
yeah,
the
Arnold just
shatter,
fell.
and they're
Okay, who's closest to me? Please tell me it's the one with the leg because I just don't like him.
no. The one closest to you has a rusty short sword that is pitted and punched through with like rotted holes, but he's swinging. He's like regained his footing, and he's going to swing it at you in his next turn.
Oh well, then I guess I have to shoot him. Boo! I
Mhm.
wanted to shoot the other one. Oh wait, do I add something to it? No. Yes, I do. I'm sorry, I haven't even drank them. Oh, +7, whatever 15 + 7 is.
Yeah, super hits. Roll me some damage.
22.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Oh, that's an 11.
Okay. You fire your bow, and because this skeleton is only like 5 to 10 feet away from you, your arrow hits it at almost maximum velocity. Like it's still gaining speed when it slams into this thing's collarbone and snaps whatever bones are in this sort of shoulder area. Please don't tell me. I know you can, Diana. I know that you were about to, or maybe you weren't. And I'm overreading it, but like
I
all
was
of the
about to
bones.
ask.
There's the collarbone, and then there's the shoulder blade, and it breaks both of those as this arrow splinters into toothpicks against these bones and sends them flying. Unfortunately for you, it is not its sword arm, so the other arm just falls off.
I mean, if both his arms are off,
Pretty good result, right?
yeah. I feel
All
like
right.
I
Yeah,
can
11.
definitely take like a humorous for Josh Catley there.
Yeah. All right, Garath.
Humorous, subtle flex.
Garath, what are you up to? This this hooded figure has just insinuated that there is an opening on its crew, buying into what I can only say is your obvious lie.
How dare you? You know what? I'm gonna throw my magic knife at the leg holding fella.
Behind you. So you are faced, let me paint this again. You are faced forward into the laboratory. Mel and
Yes.
Arnold are faced backwards into the room with the heaps of bones and bodies.
Oh, okay. So Ronnie, or sorry, what's her character's name again?
You don't know,
Oh, word. So Ronnie's character then
correct?
is in the laboratory by herself.
With skeletons and apprentices and Kenku ravens.
Well, but then what the fuck? I thought, is the skeleton not holding the leg?
There's a skeleton holding a leg behind you, attacking
Okay.
Mel and Arnold.
Then in that case, I'll just throw my knife at one of the skeletons in the laboratory.
Okay. Roll me a basic dex attack, please.
Doing it, is that just add dex bonus or what?
Dex bonus plus proficiency. Because you
Cool.
get them skills, the thrills.
What the fuck is proficiency mean? Hold on.
I think it's a +2 for you guys at level 4.
Badass. All right, so we got a holy shit, an 18 plus 3 is 21 plus 2 again is 23.
Yes, absolutely. Roll me some damage.
Hell yeah. Is it the same damage for throwing it?
Yes.
Baller.
Seems broken, but it's just a dagger, so. Well, it's also magic, so, you know, what are you gonna do?
That's cool. It's cool fucking... Hold on, I have it written down somewhere. +6. Badass. Or T6, rather. God damn it.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I gotta fix that.
No, you don't.
Something bad's gonna happen to Gareth's dagger real soon. Drop it down to a D4.
Dude, listen, you know how inefficient I am in combat? I don't have
That's
any
true.
range or magic.
Yeah, you're not
Leave me alone.
optimized for combat at all.
Like, let me have this. Okay, I rolled a 4.
Okay.
Do I have a +6 or plus anything or?
I think it's gonna be plus your dex bonus
Oh, okay,
for damage.
Then 7 damage.
7.
total.
Okay. You hurl your knife across the room, threading the needle between two of these Kenku who are standing sort of. You're looking at sort of like a Kenku skeleton and hooded, cloaked Ronnie layered sandwich. So you're hooking your knife between the Kenku to hit the skeletons who are standing in front of the Kenku protecting Ronnie. And you,
Yeah, I'm like that.
you curl, because of the curve in your knife, you curl it around the rib bones of one of these skeletons, sort of like a horseshoe around a peg. It's a really great
Badass.
throw. And you see it carve itself into this rib in like a series of spirals. Ronnie, you see this person who just came in here saying that he was your new assistant attack one of your skeletons that you summoned to protect you. What would you like to do?
I am not going to be happy about that.
Maybe
have
he's
to
just
imagine
making more job openings for his friends.
That's the
And
first
did
thing
his-
that you got to watch out for whenever you hire somebody. If they start killing your other employees so they can hire their friends,
It's a bad sign. Bad sign.
red flag.
Nepotism.
So, did I see is my lab broken also?
Your lab isn't looking great. I think the sort of the break-in from these Kenku and the general scene of chaos has definitely busted up your lab a little bit. Your operating table with your recent experiment is still like on it, but is kind of dripping blood everywhere, and it stinks with the sour tang of the freshly dead. And
The sour tang.
the
Any
sour
comments on
tang.
that, Diana?
No. Diana has no comments, I'm pretty sure. And so your laboratory is a mess, Ronnie. And this guy who just came in is clearly not planning on helping that.
You go, hey, new guy, these are my skeletons. What are you doing?
Well, you said get to work and you're surrounded by monsters, so I assumed you wanted me to kill the monsters. Sue me. You know, it's a natural assumption, I think.
I have a feeling you weren't sent here.
I never said I was sent here. I just said I'm your new lab assistant.
What a wild thing to suggest that you just happened to stroll down here with a job in hand. Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm fresh out of college and I'm looking for a job in the real world.
Ronnie, do me a favor, roll an insight check with advantage, please. That means you're going to roll
jeez.
2d20 and you're going to take the higher
Yeah,
of the
what
two.
do you mean advantage? What, you gonna test me? Oh yeah, you went to college? What's 8
I'm
plus
going to
3?
I'm going to let Ronnie roll because our guest
Insight?
matters. Yes.
Okay.
Roll twice,
I
take the
know.
higher of
I
the
like
two.
to think that Gareth keeps his resume on him, but it's actually just pictures because
It's
you know
just a
he can't really
picture
read.
resume.
So he's
It's
just
just a
draws
picture of-
pictures
it's
of
just a
like the
picture of
heists
me,
he's
like-
done and shit. Yeah.
My higher one was
Like
10,
I'm
so
doing various activities, like I'm helping an
Yeah.
old lady.
All right, Ronnie, even with a
I'm not
even
real
with-
insightful.
even with a 14, this guy says, I went to college, and you see him laugh at himself.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say, okay, these skeletons, these are your coworkers. Don't kill them.
Okay.
And what's
Well,
going on out there? Go find out what all this chaos is about. Everybody's
There-
wrecking my lab.
There are more skeletons out there. Are they also our coworkers?
Yes.
Okay, well that's what the chaos is that we're being attacked by skeletons.
Who
We're
is we?
killing
I
our
see you.
coworkers.
Yeah, two of my boys. All three of us are your new lab assistants. Congratulations.
Well, it'd be nice if they came in and introduced themselves before they
I-
kill all my skeletons.
It is it's very rude of quite frankly everyone involved to be
I think I'm
attacking each other.
I'm going to jump in here and say, Ronnie and Garion, you hear these two Kenku. So there's 3 of them in front of Ronnie, and they are hyping up the middle Kenku, who is holding this dagger and shaking like a leaf. And one of them says, hey, come on, Johnny, you could do it. Now, don't be scared. The boss prepped you for this one. Right now, you're just going to you're taking the knife and just a quick jerk, just right in there. And the
That's
other
the
one,
Kenku talking.
that's the Kenku talking to the middle Kenku. And the other one on the other side says, yeah. Now, just take it real easy, Johnny. You don't want to overstrike. You don't want to. You're gonna leave a window, so you just stab that skeleton just right there in the well.
Was the one supposed to sound like Polly, or was that just your voice
That's
acting?
just
He has
my
like
voice.
4 voices.
I
leave him
got 4
alone.
voices that I
I'm
make
just
work.
checking.
So, yeah, he sounds a little bit like Polly, but well remembered, Bestie. Like the fact that you can recall a voice from like season 1 is.
I know,
I
but
don't
I
know who the
can't
fuck
fucking
Polly
recall
is.
like the last episode.
That's fine. And you see, Ronnie, you see this middle Kenku like poise himself and take like the clumsiest strike you've ever seen. Like this dude looks like he's never held a knife in his life. And he takes a strike at one of your skeletons who just like, I think slaps it away with an elbow. Like they don't like even dead, they can't be bothered.
I feel that.
Mel and Arnold, your bad guys are going to attack you. Mel,
Boo.
yours is going to roll a 17
Mine
against your
doesn't have
AC.
arms.
It's got 1 arm, and it's the arm that counts.
I rolled a fucking 22 with an 11 damage, and I got the wrong arm. Are you kidding me?
Also, didn't you say that both fell off, or am I insane?
No, you're chipping. I just said 1 fell off.
I thought they both fell off.
You're going to take 3 points of damage as this rusty short sword or scimitar, or whatever the fuck I said he was holding, cuts a slice into your cheek, and you bleed a little bit like Inigo Montoya from The Princess Bride. Arnold, the guy with the fleshy foot club, is going to attack you. And he's going to roll a 2.
He
so
gets
he's
the
just
fleshy foot club.
So you know what? He misses you, Arnold, but there's a wet, warm splattering of blood drops as it like splashes across your face.
You know what? Not all of
You
it's
taste
blood.
a
There's
little bit of
also-
iron.
There's also another mystery liquid in there.
Yeah, it's blood and something
Yeah.
warm, but they both
It changes
taste like
me a
iron.
little. It just
It's like it's like different than blood. It's a different density, so it's kind of like layered on top. Really yucky.
Yeah. All right, that's it for the bad guys' turn. Top of the order, Garath. Your magic knife is sort of like still ringing circles around the rib bones of one of these skeletons.
Oh hell yeah! Like a horseshoe.
That's how I described it earlier. And nobody.
If you teleport,
well, no, it's
them,
funnier
is it
when I
just
do
gonna
it.
explode?
oh, like a horseshoe.
Dude, holy shit, Anthony, that was a good one.
Hate it here.
God, we're all so funny except for Alex.
Yo. Go ahead. With your turn, you fucking asshole.
It's a dangerous game, taunting basically God in this universe.
Yeah, no, I love it though. I love the
Okay,
the
cool.
chutzpah.
Anyway, I think I like walk over and gently retrieve my knife from this skeleton's rib cage, but like I do it like real pacifyingly, like I'm approaching a horse.
Okay. Okay.
And it's shoe.
God damn it, Diana. All right. Garion, you take your knife back, and there are like 3 ravens like within 5 feet of you, and they have now noticed you, and one of them says, Hey, buddy, what are you doing here? Did the boss send you?
I work here.
You work with us?
No, maybe I work here in the building.
All right. He turns to you and he's holding 2 razor sharp daggers, and they spin in dexterous circles in his hands, and he says, I don't think you're with the boss at all.
My boss is that lady. What's your name, boss?
Ronnie,
It's Esme. It's Esme, and I'll throw back my hood.
Hell yeah.
All right, so what do they see in detail, Esme, as Garath is, I think, within like 10 feet of you?
Not too much detail. It makes us look bad.
If it makes us look bad as RPG players if you do a
Give
good
us
job.
like
So
hair color, height.
Okay.
That's it. No.
That's
that's
all
how
you
low
need
the
to know.
bar is here. Critically stupid.
That's all we need.
All right. I throw back my hood, and you see a woman with long black hair who's got just kind of a skull painted face, much like the Day of the Dead skull, sugar skulls, and just cool kind of skeleton looking underneath.
All right, that's good. Okay,
Ronnie, that was so fucking.
perfect.
That was still too good. Ronnie, could you like come down to our level, please? Like you're operating like way up here.
Here, I'll do
Yeah,
it.
just
You know what?
black hair, nothing else.
Yeah, I'll do it for you. She reveals her hood, and you see a normal woman.
Yes.
Okay. Garath, this
Yes.
raven is going to attack you.
Me.
You,
That's fucked up of him.
I guess.
It's not fucked up of him.
So I successfully retrieved my knife from this ribcage?
You have successfully retrieved your knife from the ribcage. Yes.
Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put on a little bit of a display, a show.
For your
I'm
new
gonna,
boss.
huh?
For your new boss.
For everybody involved, really.
Mm.
So
Anybody
I'm
paying
gonna,
attention?
I'm gonna like throw my hands up like I'm surrendering, right?
Okay.
But when I throw my hands up, I also just launch my knife somewhere in the room.
Okay. I don't know how this is a display as much as it looks like you just throw your knife into the air, but
No, that's
It's a-
like an accident. I'm like real panicked, real scared. And I'm like, listen, man, I've only been working here for like 15 minutes. I work for Esme. All right. I'm new. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong.
okay. You hear a faint clattering as your knife lands somewhere. I'm going to cut to Arnold, who I'm pretty sure I skipped in the initiative order. Sorry about that, Anthony. You see this zombie or this skeleton swing this double-handed leg club at you and splatter your face with droplets that taste a little bit like iron.
Okay. Do I see the knife, or are we going back in time?
So you're faced away from that room. Think of a doorway between you and Garath. You guys
Gotcha.
are in one room. He is in another. You can turn
Gotcha.
around and join him, but you're going to have skeletons who have something to say about that.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me see. I don't want to keep fighting these guys, but I don't know what's going on in the other room as a character, so I'm just stuck in this room with foot face. Okay,
New
let's.
employees.
You
Okay.
just assume skeletons are bad guys?
That's racist.
Yeah.
Yes, Ronnie.
Well, the
They were
fingers were
described as-
interlocked in the toes, and that's
Yeah.
really what did it for us.
Is that what makes a bad man? Is his fingers interlocked with toes?
Mostly,
Honestly, yeah. Yes.
Well, I mean, aren't they? They're holding weapons of sorts, approaching us in a violent way. It seems as if they're villainous to us.
No, I buy it. I buy it.
You're also coming into someone's laboratory without announcing yourself. Just saying.
Yeah, but one of the weapons seems to be part of a dead man.
Yeah, not to. Yeah, not to
Don't we
mention-
all use dead men as weapons? I mean,
Yeah, we've all been there.
we've all been there.
Okay,
It's a
so
Tuesday.
I'm gonna try because I haven't yet, and I know you hate me, but I'm just gonna try to speak to this like foot guy.
Quentin Tarantino.
So I try. So I'm gonna try to talk to Quentin.
All right.
Like, I just want to because obviously I'm like, oh god, that's so gross.
Right.
And I'm just like, so can I just get a feel and be like, why are you attacking us? And just kind of like say that to the skeleton.
Do you say it in common?
Ooh, yeah, I would. I mean, I wouldn't know any better, so I would just say it.
All right. Quentin Tarantino, the skeleton of Quentin Tarantino answers you.
May
And
he
his-
rest in peace.
Wait, Quentin Terentine-Bone.
Quentin Terentine-Bone answers you, except where there should be words emanating from his cold, vacant jaws, there is merely the clacking of teeth as he speaks some kind of language that you don't. I will tell you though, Arnold, I will say the interlocked hand club pauses just for a second as he clacks this message to you.
For a second, I thought like there was a club where people go and interlock their hand. The interlocked hand club. Sounds really cute.
I've never hated the concept of a club more than a club where
Well,
you
then
go
you
to
just
just
go and
hold
hold
hands
hands.
with strangers. Nah, fam. No,
No.
absolutely not.
You play Ring Around the Rosie in a big circle. It's real
You're
cute.
describing kindergarten, my guy.
Yeah, and it's awesome.
Nope. Although, you know what I will say? We're gonna take a tangent because I don't give a fuck. The parachute games that you played in gym in kindergarten, those were pretty choice.
Dude, it sucks because like I only did that like once in my whole life, and it was the coolest shit ever. And then they're like, okay, never again.
There was a shorter parachute when I was in kindergarten that was the tension between the kids was enough that a kid could get in the middle and they could toss this child.
We did that too.
It was the greatest time of my life. I peaked at 7. I'm convinced of it.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. Some of the funniest shit for me was when I was a child. My older brother would put me in the middle of a blanket and then just like grab the corners and like swing me around.
Like you were just like a sack full of pennies.
Yeah, just like a sock full of nickels.
Did he ever hit your head against something? Because that would explain
Not
a
on
lot.
purpose.
Okay, I interrupted somebody, and Arnold, please.
I don't think this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try something just because I have to.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say to him, because obviously he can understand me, but I can't understand him. And I'm gonna say, I can't understand your language. I'm sorry. I don't want you to. I want you to understand we don't mean you any harm. We're just making our way through here. But I want to try something. So I'm gonna use message, which creates a whisper that only I can hear back from him. So I'd like to, because it's not the person whispering, it's like a magical whisper. So I was thinking it might work. I don't know. Obviously,
is it a two-way communication?
Yeah. So I can say one thing and they can respond back.
Okay, so you get one message to send to the skeleton.
Yes.
And you know what? I'll even be generous because I've been kind of a dick to you with the Foot Club. Your message can spread to all 3 of these skeletons. So you can communicate one thing to these 3 bony boys.
Bony boys. Fuck.
The Boner Boys. That's a boy band if I've ever heard one.
So, okay. So basically Arnold's just gonna be like, I feel like we can all be friends. We're trying to make our way through. I'm so sorry about the misunderstanding. We thought you were attacking us. Can we just pause this?
Okay. Quentin Terentine-Bone's jaw clacks again, carving words out of cold, dead air that even in the function of the spell message, you can understand, but they still sound stilted and unreal because it's a dead person speaking them into the spell.
Right.
But Quentin Terentine-Bone says, "Protect the mistress." And he points like a clawed hand, the one that's not intertwined with this Foot Club, and points into the room that Garath is in.
Okay. So I'm gonna look at Mel and be like, Mel, they're just trying to protect their mistress in the other room. Someone's in the other room. So I say, we don't mean her any harm. Our friend just went in there and it doesn't sound like they're arguing or anything. Maybe we should join them and all work together and figure this out.
Cut to me.
Cut to Garath surrendering.
Just
Okay.
Please don't kill me. I'm sobbing.
Mel, I think you hear the bard tell you that you guys should like turn around and that the skeletons mean you no harm. They're trying to protect their mistress. And you turn around just in time to see Garath the rogue throw his dagger and his hands into the air. As a raven, a 6-foot-tall raven on 2 legs approaches him with 2 like glitteringly sharp daggers. Now, I'll take this opportunity, Mel, to describe the laboratory to you in a detail that I haven't described it to Garath because Garath had a bunch of shit going on. Against one wall is a massive aquarium, floor-to-ceiling glass, within which are several strands of kelp billowing in an unseen current. And there's like shrouded in shadow and bits of rock and general sort of undersea vibes. There's an operating table in the middle of this laboratory with, I'm going to call it a corpse-like silhouette in a shroud that is bloodstained. And there are several iron cages hanging from the ceiling by hooks and rusty nails. And some of them have bones in them. And there's one of those tables with stirrups on it. There's nothing on it. It's just there for ambiance.
There's a fucking gynecologist in this laboratory.
Ambiance.
You haven't.
Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Is your brain just like constantly going zombionce? Are you fucking kidding me?
Terrible. I couldn't help it.
Listen, Mel, you have not checked Ronnie's certifications. You have no idea what her rotations are. She could be a gynecologist.
Be a real doctor.
Right. So there's one of the little bird brains going after Garath.
Correct. And there are two other ones attacking a woman with a sugar skull painted onto her face who is standing behind two skeletons.
I mean, I don't really give a fuck about her because I don't know her and I don't know whose side she's on. And
The
there's
character, to
skeletons.
clarify, our guest is great.
Our guest is
yeah.
dope as hell.
Like, I was on your side.
I meant the character. So I think that Mel would obviously recognize the bird brains from when she killed Marvin. May he rest in peace.
Rip.
I remember the weirdest shit. How
I'm
can I
telling you,
not
bro, it's
remember?
strange.
You know, it's crazy. I didn't remember that episode right after it happened, but now, like a fucking year later, I'm like, oh yeah, Marvin.
Marvin.
What the fuck
A
is
ye-
Marvin?
A
The
year and
Martian?
change, actually, if my memory is serving me.
Yeah. Marvin was the first one that I killed, and Bestie was all like,
Mhm.
"Oh God, Marvin," and made me say, "Are we the baddies?" 'cause
Oh yeah, the
got a
first your
name, and he's
first
got-
body, dude.
Never forget your first.
My first kill. That was
Never
first
forget your first.
I don't think I've killed anyone in this podcast yet. I don't get into combat very often because I kind of suck.
True.
That's why I have to do all the killing.
I mean, you
So-
don't have to. You actually kind of go out of your way.
You get to.
I get to. So I would shoot that bird then.
All right. Roll it up. Ronnie, this is that awkward time. It takes Diana a little bit of time to find her numbers. So like we just sort of like stay quiet while she rolls.
Okay.
Let the suspense build.
No, it is
Yes.
suspenseful though, because then she rolls like 19s and 21s, and I'm always like, what the
Oh,
fuck?
no,
Like,
look at her face. She did
shit.
not.
damn. Well, she hasn't rolled yet. She's just still mad at me.
She rolls with advantage on this one.
You know what? Yeah, Diana, take advantage because I'm a dickhead. Roll 2d20 and take the higher of the two. I'm sorry.
I haven't said anything for like the past minute and a half.
I know. That's on me.
That will be the better one was 16.
16 against the Kenku. Okay, yes, it hits just barely. Tie goes to the player. Roll some damage.
Oh, a tie. That was close.
telling you.
Would you roll again?
16.
Noted.
Uh,
Oh, but I got another 11 for damage.
damn. Okay.
He's
Your-
dead as hell.
Your arrow strikes this Kenku in the thick meat of his neck. Obviously, as a raven, he's got a thicker neck, muscly zone.
Obviously.
And your arrow slices it to the bone. You see like a white glimmer through sopping red, wet flesh as your arrow cuts it to the quick. And Garath, you see this Kenku who's approaching you with like murder glittering in its soulless black eyes. You see his head just sort of like loll forward as though it's cut from a joint. And he
Can I,
squawks.
Oh, I was gonna ask if I could like react and lunge at him with my other knife.
I think as a rogue, you've got those reflexes. So
Yeah,
I think
dude.
yes.
Fuck yeah, dude. Finishing him off, bro.
We're doing like a rogue ranger alley-oop here, and I love it.
Hell yeah. Is it just like a regular attack or what am I doing here?
Yeah, I think do you have another like melee weapon at your belt, Garath? Like a
Yeah,
short
I have-
sword, like a
Yeah, I have my magic dagger and then just my like regular normal.
you do not have your magic dagger because you made a big old show of
No,
like,
I meant
throwing it away.
in every day I go about with my magic
I see.
dagger in my main hand and then my normal steel dagger in my offhand.
All right, roll an attack for your normal steel dagger.
Okay. I think I don't know the bonus on that. That's just like a plus.
It's just going to be dex.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, cool. So that is a 14 plus 3.
Just
17.
barely. Yes. Roll me some damage.
Same dude, still D6. Oof. 2. Do I add anything to that?
I think your dex modifier as well to the offhand weapon.
Okay, so 5. 5 damage.
total. All right,
Yeah.
Gareth, tell me what happens.
Well, does he die or?
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now.
Okay, cool. I was just double checking.
Yeah, be cinematic about it. You know,
You're gonna make
Quentin-
Gareth narrate his own death.
make Quentin Terentine-Bone proud.
I look at his feet. I get real close up to the, get real up in there. Get the camera really. Anyway, so as my like hands are in the air, right? I'm surrendering, and he's approaching me with malicious intent, and then he just kind of like, I imagine he just kind of like,
Yeah. Just,
and so,
like in the
as he
process of talking, his vocal cords are severed, and he just goes, "Yeah," and I'm gonna.
I imagine he kind of like stumbles forward,
Okay.
and I like lunge forward, like as if I was like catching him, right? But then he just kind of like falls onto a knife directly through the like the sternum.
Oh, okay.
And
So
so
you go
now
for the
I'm, like-
mercy
I'm
kill,
just
like
kinda,
straight
like,
for the heart.
Yeah, I'm just like kind of holding him there now.
Okay.
And I like to imagine there's like a moment of shock where the other birds are just like. In 1 second, he was approaching this idiot who had just disarmed himself, and in the next second, he was just fully dead. Just all the
Surrender.
way, 100% dead.
That is the Rogue Ranger alley-oop right there. That's the Mel Gareth combo that I'm here for. All right.
He just does like an air fist bump.
Hell,
All right. Ronnie, you see this. I'm gonna call it a dubious figure. This person that just said that he was like here for a job, throw his own weapon away and hold his hands up, and like I think you saw like panic on his face, because I'm still rolling with your pretty bad insight roll. You saw his face get real panicked, and then an arrow from nowhere sliced this raven's neck open to the bone, and between two blinks, Esme, the rogue was holding a dead raven. Like, it was so fast, I don't think you caught it. What would you do?
Dewey, did you just kill that raven?
no, I found him like this. What the fuck? Yes, I killed him. To be fair, my friend really loosened the jar for me on that one.
Nice.
I think, Ronnie, you see, so you're standing in front of now two ravens, one of whom looks just so incredibly nervous.
I thought you were
He's
going to
old-
say so incredibly dead.
No. There's only
He
two in front of
looks
Ronnie.
dead.
One of them is holding a dagger and looks sweaty, which is impressive because he's a bird. And the other one, like, sort of like slowly pans to Gareth with his eyes huge. And he goes, "Oh my God, Paulie!"
Aw.
You said it wasn't.
I lied.
The
Maybe, hey,
fuck?
listen, Paul is a very common name. Maybe there's two. I don't know. I'll be
No,
generous
it's
in a future
it's like
episode.
it's just like it's like Michael or George. There's like a million Paulies in the
Yeah,
Kenku.
Yeah, every other
A really
Paulie, or
common
every other
Kenku
Kenku is a
name.
Paulie.
Polly with
But-
an E.
I think, Arnold,
Mhm.
you hear from this trash room a deep rumbling underneath the broken flagstone floor that you broke with your first cast of Shatter. You hear it like a deep set, like chest bone level rumbling. And you start to hear cracks echoing through the pavement of this room. And the midden and corpse heaps start shivering and shaking like they're being like ruffled with fingers.
In their toes.
Fingers in their toes. Yeah, exactly.
That sounds very dramatic and a great cliffhanger because I need to go and refill my water bottle for a brief.
I have to pee too. So.
All right, let's take a pee break and
It's
we'll
not
come
just
back
me,
in a
let's
couple
go.
minutes. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning soon to be world famous Critically Stupid. I am Alexander James. I'm your host and Dungeon Master, and I'm here to say welcome to the announcements portion of the show. Legally, I'm here to tell you that we have been and are still currently playing Waterdeep, Dragon Heist, an official Dungeons & Dragons module written by Chris Perkins, Scott Fitzgerald Gray, Kim Mohan, and of course, you cannot forget my main girl, Kim Mohan. If you or any of your dirty, rotten soldiers, your squat youths, your maybe you got a chess club that you want to adventure out with, want to get into D&D, I recommend you go to dnd.wizards.com. Check out all the cool stuff they have there for you. Chess Club, they've got a live Wizards chess set. I know that's technically a Warner Brothers trademark, but Hasbro and Warner Brothers are super tight, probably. So they share that, and you can check that out. If you're a Boy Scout, they've got a pen knife that is literally a pen that slices through paper. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Got to check that out. And then, of course, if you're a dirty, rotten soldier, they sell dice that are shaped like bullets. I'm not sure how they work, and they're definitely not fireable, so don't get any ideas, but they're cool. Check them out, dnd.wizards.com. If you would like to end up as a character on our show, you can tweet us or tag us in a video on TikTok at CritStupid. Let us know what you thought of the most recent episode. Let us know how you think the show is going. Let us know if you think there's something that we can be doing better. We're really hungry for all of that feedback, and we are listening. And then you can end up as a character in the show. I've had lots of NPC names in the past. I'm going to have a lot more coming up. So yeah, get at us at CritStupid. Let us know what you think, and you could wind up as a name in the community pool. We are, as always, trying to do that big push to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, trying to get the show monetized so that we can afford some better cameras, some better mics, so that we can afford a book on how to make a D&D show so that we're not just fumbling around in the dark. I don't know. If you haven't yet, I would deeply, deeply, in my heart of hearts, appreciate it if you could subscribe to our YouTube channel, if you could leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to us. If you could help us push ourselves up in the algorithm so that we could get in front of new listeners, people who might like our stuff, like you, hopefully, we would deeply, deeply appreciate that. So yeah, leave a rating, leave a review, anything you can do to help us out. Tell a friend if you've got friends that are into D&D or comedy. Let them know that we also are into those things, and we want to say, sup, girl, or person. That was a fucking dumb joke. I think that's it. You're about to hear another beautiful, sonorous Libris Arcana ad. I'm very excited for you. I don't know what we're going to record for yet, but I bet it's going to be fucking amazing. So stay tuned for that. You take it squeezy out there, and I do love you. All right? Bye.
You just didn't want a depressed ghost in your bit.
What? That's crazy. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your Libris Arcana sponsored post. My name is Alexander James, and I'm here to talk to you about this die specifically. This is the new set that was just announced, I believe for August. It's called Miasma. And Garion and Anthony, as residents of 13th century Europe, I would love your sort of top tips to avoid the plague using the Libris Arcana Miasma D20.
Give me a sec. Anthony, you go first. Let me brainstorm.
So using specifically the miasma, so you know what I do know is that the sound of clattering of a lot of dice, specifically the D20, use a large die, something like it's significant. You throw it down there, it scares away the rats into your neighbors' houses.
Okay.
Therefore,
you give your neighbors the plague instead.
Your neighbors the plague, so you don't get. They roll nat ones, baby. It doesn't matter what you roll. You scare those rats away.
Incredible.
So, this one's actually based in some sort of scientific and historical fact, actually. Plague doctors back in the 13th century, if you remember those long bird-like masks they wore, the reason they were that shape is because it was believed that they were packed with various herbs and spices and such, because that would actually filter out the plague air for the doctor.
Okay.
But what they actually put in was Libris Arcana Miasma dice. Go to criticallystupid.com or LibrisArcana.com.
Diana, can you tell our lovely audience members where they can get their hands on these 100% certified plague defending dice?
Yes, absolutely. If you too want to make like a very early N95 mask using dice, you can go to LibrisArcana.com. They don't just have dice. You can check out the other things that they do have. They have leather-bound book covers for those of you that have D&D books, which I honestly have never seen before in my life, but I guess it's a thing. You can buy one set of dice. You can do a subscription of dice. When you do buy these dice, you should use our exclusive discount code. That's stupid20. That's 20% off anything that you want to buy. So definitely check that out. That's stupid20. And while I'm here, you know what else helps prevents the plague? Like masking, social distancing.
No, actually, I'm so sorry. If I could cut in here, sort of as the DM, it's
Did you
just
throw your dice at the people with plague? That's what you did.
it's just Libris Arcana dice.
Just Libris
It's just
Arcana
the
dice.
only thing that protects against the plague. Libris Arcana, literally, dice for life.
Stay homunculus.
God damn it, Garion!
Diana killed
Is Garion? Is he actually? No, you fucking! I see you moving, you bitch.
It was so good though.
God, he got me.
Right.
Damn it.
Yeah.
What's going on, dear listener? We're back from our pee break. Everybody feels refreshed. We've got new beverages. Anthony is finally drinking, which I'm sure will come as a relief to many of you who've just been waiting for him to drink some sort of like sludge textured.
That looks
weird
straight out of like
neon-colored-
the Florida Everglades.
It is.
Primed by Jake
It looks like he
Paul.
went outside and scooped it out of like a nuclear power plant waste cycle.
It's a meth gator sweat, is what it is. That's what we call it here. Meth gator sweat.
Kind of what I thought it was.
Yeah.
It's flubber.
But I do want to take a second to focus on our guest who has been so patient with dealing with Garrett's bullshit. Esme, is there
Yeah,
anything
just
you-
Garrett's.
Yeah,
I mean,
just
so
Garrett's
far,
bullshit.
actually.
Esme, is there anything that you would like to do on your turn to defend yourself and your laboratory from these ravens?
Yes, I want to do something.
Hell yeah, I love that.
More than we ever do. Fuck.
I mean, that's the same energy that we bring every time we record.
I'm gonna do something.
yeah.
We all
And,
gonna figure it out together.
Well, is Garion though like mixed in the crows? Like if I sprayed something in that general direction,
There
would he
is
be hit?
currently like a dead one on me, but I'm not sure
So-
about the others.
Gareth is positioned directly behind the crows, so there is a chance for some blowback. But I'm gonna be so real, Esme. Fuck that guy. You know what I mean? Just
That's
like
He's
true.
a piece
Yeah.
of shit. I heard that he charges for water.
All right, I'm gonna do my ray of sickness then.
Okay, perfect. Let me pull up your character sheet that I've got in front of me. Ray of Sickness. All right, so I'm making a Constitution saving throw. I rolled a 7, so I rolled like dog shit. So you, Ronnie, are gonna
Josh
roll-
Pat takes
also
offense
roll
to
a
that.
Constitution.
I rolled like crab shit, and I'm sorry, Joshua Patrick. You're the best wolf pup that ever there was. Ronnie, roll 2d8 for me, please.
Should I be rolling a Constitution
See,
save?
Actually,
I told you
yes.
I don't know what that is.
So on your emulator, there should be a D8 option. Just roll 2 of them and add the
But
numbers
then
together.
she doesn't have actual
I-
dice and has to figure out which one the D8 is. At least I know now.
What's it look like?
The pyramids butt to butt.
Diana,
I'm so
yeah.
glad you asked.
Ronnie, no notes. That was fucking perfect.
Oh wait, that was one.
Two
Okay.
pyramids butt to butt.
Fucking Garion off screen. Hey, something smells weird on this carpet over here.
Something fishy's going on off screen. I had to investigate.
Okay, a 3 and a 6.
3 and a 6, 9. Okay.
Yes.
Mel, I think you just like walked into this room, sort of like trying to check on Gareth after Arnold dealt with the skeletons. You see a woman with a sugar skull painted onto her face, and I think she's got like shadow lines painted across her forearms and hands and fingers of like
Yes.
the bone knuckles. The bone knuckles.
Bone knuckles?
The bone
As
knuckles.
opposed from the cartilage knuckles.
The knuckle bones of her hand are painted onto her skin. And she extends one hand, and I think she blows gently into the palm of her hand. And you see a billowing noxious green cloud that wreaths into the form of several screaming skulls explode into these Kenku, and they take huge heaving breaths and start coughing. Gareth, make a Constitution saving throw.
Well, that's
I
just cool
don't
as
want
fuck. No notes.
Low
We're
key,
BFFs now.
Ronnie's character is so fucking cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I just kind of want to be friends with her. Like, I will leave these two fuckers.
Right.
Like, together, we can rule the world or whatever the fuck it is we want to do.
Gareth, doesn't look good.
I got bad news bears. I got a
What'd you-
10.
You got 10? Oh no.
Big old 10.
Gareth, you're gonna take 13 points of poison damage as this gas burns your nose, mouth, throat, and esophagus as you breathe it in deep.
Do I get like a any like modifier like resistance due to my
Extensive
abuse?
Jong usage.
yeah? Do I have like any like a thick coating of Jong residue in my lungs? Or...
Nah, man, nah. This burns away the Jong. This cloud is anti-Jong.
Oh my god, I'm sober.
No,
Dear God.
that's my fucking nightmare.
Okay,
Don't make me live life
Anti-weed.
sober.
Mel, what would you do with this information? The ravens are coughing. The skeletons standing in front of this sugar skull woman are poised to attack. But you also see Garath, a member of your pack and the person that just helped you like alley-oop this raven into the sweet release of death, start coughing really bad. And I think actually you see like
wait,
red
Alex.
speckles start to dance across Garrett's lips.
Here, Alex, hold on. Go ahead and give me the Gareth starts coughing really bad. I got you with the Foley here.
Gareth starts coughing really bad. So gross.
Yeah, I mean, 13 points of poison damage. What'd you expect? A petite little.
Fair enough. Bestie.
I told you to quit smoking.
Gareth's just like keeled over.
Yeah. Like, you brought this on yourself. We knew it was going to happen. Okay, so he is hacking up one of his lungs. I mean, I figure Arnold will probably cure him as long as he lives.
Sure. Fuck yeah. What do you do?
So, what's the status of Raven's skeleton? Okay, the skeletons are by the badass woman who I might be a little in love with. I'm not sure.
Back.
What are the ravens doing? Just
The
hacking
ravens
up
are
along?
coughing. They are like grabbing at their face, where I think you see like little bubbles of pustules start to grow along their beaks. However, they are not fully taken out of the fight. They're still like standing on two legs, and you can see they're preparing for another attack. The one that was nervous, no longer nervous, angry almost.
Is there anyone particularly close to me?
I think they're the same
Angela
distance
here.
away from you.
Are the skeletons coming at, or are they just standing there?
The skeletons are standing there protecting the sugar skull woman.
Okay, but they're not like coming at us.
Nah.
Okay, so I think Mel would say, first of all, super cool, love that. We should talk about that later. Love that. But it looks like you also hate the bird people. I've killed a few. So just keep that in mind once they're gone. Maybe don't kill us. You kind of hurt my friend here. He smokes, so it didn't help.
Thanks, Gareth.
Thanks
Gotcha.
for the Foley. And I guess, I guess I'll just shoot another one. I don't, if they're not out of the fight yet and they're gonna come
Okay.
at me, then I guess I'm not really sure what else I can do at this point.
Yeah, for sure. Roll that damage. Or roll the hit, excuse me, and then we'll roll. I mean, it's almost a foregone conclusion at this point, but just in case.
She could roll one.
She could. And then she'll shoot you.
Why would you say that? I will show up in the background of your
Yes.
next to stab you. But also I'm gonna be here.
I can't
Yeah.
wait. I picture one day that I'm brushing my teeth, and I like bend down to like get some water up, and then I look at there's just Diana in the mirror behind me.
Absolutely.
25.
25.
Yes, obviously. Roll the hit or roll damage.
You want to tell me what a D8 looks like, or
Yeah,
It's two
two
pyramids,
pyramids,
butt to
butt to butt.
thank you. You want to call me eye stupid again?
Yeah, you're eye stupid. You're an eye moron, dude. You're a fucking an eye moron. The newest product. from
That
Apple.
product from Apple. You know what? I'd probably buy it though, because I am an eye moron and I just give them way too much of my money. That is a 6. Meh.
6. Okay. I think your arrow slices through the tendon of one of these ravens' wings, and its arm sort of like dangles semi-limply at its side.
Ooh, chicken wings.
Love it. Anthony, you hear a scurrying sound in the room behind you. Mel just disappeared in this archway towards the laboratory, where I will say you have heard some shit go down.
Yeah.
But you
Don't
hear,
die, Arnold. We need you to cure Garath.
you hear a skittering sound from beneath one of these piles of bodies and trash. Small. It doesn't sound like these skeletons knitting together. It doesn't sound like footsteps on a flagstone. Why am I describing what it doesn't sound like? I don't know. I'm a bad writer. That's why.
Yeah, you don't follow Save the Cat.
So
What the fuck is saved? I don't care.
Don't
move
on.
worry about it.
So Arnold looks at his foot fetish Quentin Terentine-Bone friend.
Yep.
And he says, do you hear that? Is that with you? Is that one of your friends?
Is
This
that one of yours?
Is that one of your-
Quentin Terentine-Bone looks down between its legs in time to see
It's penis. Just fucking ah!
just in time to see a half flattened rat. Imagine a regular large-ish New York City subway rat that has been
Between
squished in
his
the middle by a
legs?
wagon, holding
No,
a
it's the prince.
gemstone the size of a chicken's egg, sprinting between this skeleton's legs
You gotta
towards the
get that shit,
door,
Arnold.
towards where Mel and Garath are.
It's flat and it's sprinting.
Yes,
And it's between his legs.
it's
Okay.
sprinting between its legs to go the other direction.
Do I
Okay.
recognize this gem, or is it just like a standard gem? Like,
You know what's crazy, Arnold, is despite the amount of time we've talked about it,
Yeah.
you've never actually looked at it.
fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, but
Regardless,
it's shiny, and you know that Gareth likes shiny.
That's
things.
where I
Shut
was
up,
going,
shut up,
bud.
shut up.
That's exactly where I was going. Okay. So
Okay.
knowing, and I've done this before. This is
Did he
very much in
not-
character.
Did
Knowing
he not
that
see it before when it was thrown at Yalla Crawlbons?
Oh, we have seen it,
shit,
yeah.
You have seen it before. Okay.
Okay. My memory comes through again.
Oh yeah, that's when I
Arnold.
made that like Hail Mary. nice throw.
I tried to save you, but it didn't work out, and then the cow
Okay.
tried to catch you, but you
Yeah,
missed.
that was like a catastrophe, if I'm being honest.
Arnold, you
Oh,
see a
catastrophe.
fully squished rat with the stone of galore clutched between its teeth start sprinting out of one of these trash heaps.
Okay.
There are patches of its hide where it's rotted through, and you can see bones where its like little rat hands should be. This is a dead rat, Arnold,
Of course.
that is sprinting down the room.
Do you just do this to bother me now?
I do it because legit, I think it's fun.
Bothering me with the gross.
Just being a horror writer.
So
I
how far?
110% thought you said just
Oh.
being a whore.
That checks out too.
It's just fun. It's just
Hey,
what I
hey,
like
Ronnie?
to do.
All right, Arnold,
Okay. So how far away from the rat am I? Is Arnold?
3 feet or less.
3 feet? Okay. Okay, good. So I'm gonna I'm doubling down on this. So Arnold's getting ready. Like I'm going to go for that gem. But what I'm doing at the same time, so I'm preparing to leap if I need to. But my first attack is I'm casting Mage Hand to grab the stone, because I can make it appear wherever I want. So and it can pick up any object I want and carry it, as long as it's not heavier than 30 pounds, I think. Or something
Okay,
like that.
okay. You don't roll for Mage Hand.
No, it's just an automatic thing. So yeah.
All right, I do want a dex roll from you, Arnold,
Fair.
because despite you not having to roll for mage hand, this thing is small and moving very fast, and I want
Even
to
using
see...
your normal hand, you'd have to really fucking...
Exactly. I want to see if you can catch it where it's going to be in a split second.
How fast can a flat rat really go?
A flat dead
Right.
Flat Dead Rat is quite a good episode title. I really hope Twitter picks it.
Yes.
It's a good band name too.
It's what
What
happens
kind of
after
music
Mouse
do you
Rat
think they
broke
would
up.
do? Okay.
What kind of music does Flat Dead Mouse do?
Yeah.
Dead mouse.
No, Dead Mouse is a different thing.
That's
That's
a
actually an
different
IP, and we can't actually.
Oh,
we
yeah,
can't
sorry,
really
flat-
infringe on
Fantasy,
that.
fantasy,
Yeah,
fantasy.
yeah. Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you,
No, Flat Dead Rat.
Arnold.
I got an 18 total.
Oh shit. Okay, Arnold, you cast Mage Hand, and for whatever reason, maybe it's the adrenaline pumping through your system from fighting these skeletons. Maybe it's your natural eye for like quick scuttling movement. You snag this rat at the nape of its neck. You grab it in your Mage Hand. You have, for the very, very, very first time in your possession, the Stone of Galore.
So we won. We did it.
Credits.
Campaign's over. Goodbye,
It's
everybody.
been fun, everybody. Thanks for watching.
And you hear a rumbling underfoot, the echo of the rumbling you heard earlier. And a beam of brilliant red light shears through the stones underneath. And a floating head with 8 tentacles with eyes on the end of them explodes upward, accompanied by another Kenku, another raven. This one is smaller, skinnier, clearly like a scrawny runt compared to the others that you've encountered in your time. And Arnold, I want to know what you say, recognizing Tim as he explodes up from the floor stones beneath you. And he, like, there are like burning rays exploding from his eye tentacles, his single mouth lopsided beneath the one eye in his already bigger, like, floating head is snarled in an expression of like anger. And then he sees you and he stops, and this light flickers and dies. And he goes, "Oh, it's you."
Oh, thank fucking God, it's not me holding that stone right now.
Yeah.
What a fucking nightmare.
So Tim, I haven't seen you in so long, buddy. I missed you. That's what I said.
You're not supposed to be here. Oh, geez.
Just show him the best friend tattoo you got of him. That'll win him over.
Yeah.
Dad didn't say that you were going to be here. I'm sorry.
Oh no, Tim, it's okay. What are you doing here?
All right, Anthony, you're going to take...
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Yeah, he fucking obliterates you, buddy.
You're going to take 11 points of damage.
I told you to live, Anthony, for fuck's
as one
sake.
of these eye tentacles explodes. It almost like looks very similar to the cloud that Esme roiled from her open palm, except this one is living soot. It's ink incarnate as it explodes across the air of this basement towards you. And
you made him ink.
You guys made me ink. And you inhale it in your nose and mouth. Make a Constitution saving throw, Anthony.
Okay. Let's see.
This is that shit Jesse gave you.
Oh God.
Shit.
Oh, I did so bad. I got
no.
a 2. I got a 2.
Oh, that's so bad.
no.
I should have lied.
Anthony, did you roll in that one?
No, I rolled a 2. I have
All right,
Constitution
all right,
0.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna take. Fuck! I forgot what I rolled. I'll roll
11.
again. I'll roll again. It was 11. All right.
It was
Fine.
11.
You're gonna take 11 points of poison damage.
Right.
As you feel the life drain from your extremities. Your fingertips turn black, Arnold, as the blood flees from them, and you lose sensation in your hands and palms. And The concentration holding your mage hand together flickers and falls, and this rat drops to the floor and scuttles between your legs as you start to fall backwards.
Okay.
And you see Tim's eye widen in consternation as he says again, You weren't supposed to be here. I am really sorry. Do you want to say
Fucked
anything,
up
Arnold?
of
Then,
you
then
two.
I die. Okay.
You
Well, I'm
don't
dying now.
die.
Thanks. I'm dying. I'm halfway to dying. I'm in the Bon Jovi zone at this point. I'm halfway there, Tim.
Oh, you're so lucky.
Is
All right.
so just to clarify, is the rat still running into the room with me, Mel, and Esme?
So glad you asked, Garath. Garath, Mel, and Esme. I think you hear an explosion in the other room. Ground shattering, stones breaking, etc.
The huge.
You hear a prepubescent voice say, I'm really sorry. And then you see an animated rat with a fucking tire silhouette through its middle with a glowing gemstone the size of a chicken egg sprint through the doorway into your room and make for the wrought iron staircase at the opposite end. Mel, you're going to get a chance to act first because I think you're closest to the doorway. What do you do?
So the rat is coming by, but I don't hear anything.
I think you hear this voice that you maybe recognize as Tim say, I'm really sorry behind you. And you know what? Actually, Mel, because you're so close to the doorway, I think you hear Arnold start coughing.
You gotta quit smoking too, buddy.
Quick question before any decisions are made. Where did my knife land when I threw it?
I will tell you on your turn.
Fair enough, I guess.
Okay. So the rat is running by. Like, how fast is it? Like, is it going right by my feet?
It's wicked fast, bestie.
Like
Like to quote
Peasy.
Jay Peasy is at your feet and wide alert
Stick 'em.
and fucking snarling.
Well, I wonder if he could catch the rat.
He is a predator, and rats
That's
are
what
prey.
I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Potentially.
Because I feel like I would have trained him on doing shit like hunting and shit like that.
Yeah, you guys have been going on daily walks for like almost like probably months now at this point. Like he's well trained.
Yeah. So I think I might give him the little signal to like catch the fucking vermin.
Okay, what's the signal?
Catch the fucking vermin.
I mean,
no, hang on.
yeah.
I think Mel would have a special like language between her and Josh Pat.
I mean, I think it'd be like when you're training any dog where you just kind of like, I don't know, make a little clicking sound and like get it, you know? What
Let me pull
I have
up
Shih
Josh
Tzus.
Pat's.
They're not really like predatory type dogs.
They're not super
so it's
aggressive hunter type
no,
dogs.
no. So I'm not really sure what people say to hunting dogs,
All right,
but I
Get
think
him.
but
Bessie,
that's all I could think of, and like my dogs just fucking sit there.
You're gonna roll a d20 and you're gonna add 4 to it for Josh Pat's bite attack.
Okay, hell yeah.
Well,
This is
I've
when
been
you need
drinking,
Libris
so
Arcana
I'm
on
just
your
thinking.
side.
I know. Let's see our doors. That is a. You said oh fuck, it's real good. 23.
23. Okay. Josh Pat leaps between your legs and snaps at this rat, and I think it catches it by the tail. Like it almost misses, but this rat is just too slow, and Josh Pat is just too well trained, and it
And
snaps
just
at this
too
rat,
alive.
just too alive, and snaps this rat and is holding it. Esme, you see a wolf pup the color of like dark shadow in an
He's
alleyway
really
at night.
cute.
Super cute wolf pup with bright green eyes, snap up a rat with a gem clutched between his teeth. And Esme, I think you recognize this gem as what you've been looking for all this time. All of these corpses that you've been animating and asking for hints and clues and tricks. This is what you've been looking for right in front of you.
Is it close enough for me to get it, or do I have to send my skeletons?
It's probably about 8 feet away. You could get it, but I'm gonna be so real, Esme. There is a not all the way friendly towards you wolf pup between you and that gem.
Okay. And would I have to animate the dead to get more skeletons, or do I have skeletons left over that could do this for me?
You've got a couple options in the room. Animate undead is an action, so that's going to consume the first action of the skeleton's turn is turning itself alive. It would act on its next turn, which you as an experienced necromancer would know would be a turn too late. So you might want to turn to another spell on your spell list to have like a more immediate effect.
Whose side are you on, bestie?
I am on the story's side.
The fuck you are.
So what skeletons do I have left with me?
You've got 2 in front of you and then a couple around the corner in the other room.
Josh Peck can't die, by the way.
Josh
No,
Pat,
I would never kill him.
Much like a Pokemon, Josh Pat will be knocked out and then will be perfectly fine in 4 to 8 hours.
Okay, so I don't want the stone to go anywhere. Can I enlarge it?
It's gonna make it so much harder for me to steal. That's insane.
Yeah, just like
All right. So I'll tell you what, you can't enlarge in the stone, Esme. But what you can do is enlarge in the rat holding it.
Ugh.
So I think
Giant flat dead rat.
You extend your fingers and there's just like an explosion of like concussive force from between your palms as the rat held in Josh Pat's mouth balloons comically like a kid's clown blowing up balloon animals. It pops and you hear the space between its joints start snapping as they grow and expand, and the skin shreds as it tears and grows huge. And suddenly Josh Pat is holding a rat the size of a donkey between its legs.
Is there a wheelbarrow, or is
there's
it
no wheelbarrow? It is wheelbarrow free. However, it is holding a small chicken egg sized gem between its mouth. And Garath, you're close enough to see. I think you hear like a sharp cracking, almost really, really delicate, like porcelain smashing. And you see a faint line snap in Esme's face between her eye and her jawbone.
Probably normal.
You should get that checked out.
It is your turn, Garath.
Okay, so where did my knife land?
Your knife landed at the end of the room by the spiral staircase leading out.
So where the rat is trying to go?
You would assume.
Okay, fantastic. I'll leave it there then. I think I'm doing nothing fancy because I'm like dying. I'm just like full sprinting over to the massive fucking rat.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I think I'm just gonna fucking lunge for it. I'm just gonna swipe it out of the rat's mouth.
All right, make a dexterity attack.
Doing it. That is a 16.
You don't get the stone, Garath, because it's small and this rat is massive. You get a hand on the necklace around the stone, and then this rat takes off, scrabbling towards the wrought iron staircase at the end of the room, taking you with it.
Word.
Does Josh Pat just let him go?
Josh Pat is sort of a passenger in the action at this point because this rat is now about 25 times stronger than it was when Josh Pat caught it.
Well, that's why I'm like, does he just let go?
Well, it depends on what you want because he is scrabbling, trying to move backwards, holding this rat. Like he's trying to keep this rat from escaping, but he is a small wolf pup. And this rat is the size of a fucking donkey and is also terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I would care more about JPZ than I do about anything else. So I would probably just like click and tell him to release.
Okay.
Not that it's my turn, but
Garath,
it's not even like a little bit still my turn, is it?
I mean, trying to seize the stone as an action, you've got a bonus action and a minor action left. I imagine you've got like one hand terrifyingly close to this massive rat's jaw as the other maybe like scrabbles at its fur for purchase as it takes off, tearing across this room.
Word. Hey, can I get some fucking health, by the way? Like, everything, it takes me out in one attack. Every time I've gotten attacked, I've been left with single-digit HP.
Maybe it's because you rush in by yourself and you don't bother to like bring your party with you.
Maybe you should just do like me and just not track it.
Hey, I will say
Okay, hang on a second time. Let's go back beneath the table.
Yeah.
Tell me what you're planning.
At the moment, fucking nothing. I'm really just holding on for dear life there.
Okay.
I'll roll. I'm sorry. I know. I like just real quick above the table. I just because we haven't gotten into it much, but like with Gareth's, but with Gareth's knife, his clothes go with him, and like things. If he's holding a sword, it goes with him. If he's holding the necklace, would it go with him?
I'd be excited to find out, Anthony.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know the rules.
I mean, honestly, that's a great question that I would want to find out in media res instead of hypothetically.
So here's what I'm going to do. Gareth is going to test that theory right now with it's his own idea, inspired only from him with no outside sources. But his theory is if his knife is over by the door where this rat is running, I'm going to teleport over there. If I don't have the stone with me when I teleport, then I'm just going to kind of like block the door like a goalie.
Okay. So you are going to teleport to your knife.
Yes.
While holding the stone in one hand.
Yes.
All right. You step through the gray space between planes. It's very familiar to you. You've done this got to be a dozen times by now, Gareth. You've used this escape, this way of like getting yourself out of tight situations. You hear the familiar voice of Giaffalump echoing from the distant fire where you left him. And you turn and look because there's a weight in your other hand as you step into this space. I think it's the transition area where you're not quite in your plane and you're not quite in the between plane. You're somewhere in the middle as you're transitioning. I like to think of it as like a grayscale where like you see the light fade from your own hand as you step into this realm. Badass. And you turn to see your fully realized colorized hand in the other realm holding this stone. And as you go from point A to point B, you smell the horrible stink of rotting seaweed and the brine of a distant sea. And you hear a terrible, terrible screaming. Make a dexterity
Scream sound.
Oh. Make a scream sound. Do it right now.
Ah!
That's pretty good. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 19.
Okay. You keep hold of the stone in this hand. Despite everything, like there's like a small, terrified little kid, 10-year-old part of you that's screaming inside of your head, let it go. Let it go, please. But you hold on to it. And Gareth, you are split exactly down the middle as half of you goes towards your knife and half of you stays with the stone. And I think
being split in half is not compatible to life, right?
I think you feel a burning sensation along one arm as a pair of hands grab and hold you, and you hear a horrible, burnt out, rusty whisper say, "I told you I'd get mine."
Is this how you're kicking me out of the podcast, dude?
No, you're gonna stay in the podcast. It's just
you got to come up with a whole new character now, though.
It's just a little flavor. Everybody, calm down.
The flavor.
I can resurrect dead people. Just saying.
Yeah, but if he's split in half,
listen,
you're gonna
listen.
Frankenstein and Jack together first.
Listen,
yeah,
it's a metaphorical splitting.
That's not how you.
Maybe it's a
that
physical
picture,
splitting. I don't know what happens next episode. Anyway, Mel, Esme, and Arnold, you see a donkey-sized rat with a limp Gareth the Rogue holding onto a necklace in its mouth, scrabble its way up a wrought iron staircase. And there's, I think, like a distant smashing of wood and screaming as it, Esme, you know where this staircase leads. You know it leads up onto the street, onto one of the major trade avenues of the trade ward. You know that there is a 4-lane highway, essentially, just upstairs near your emergency exit. As this rat with this god-tiered, powerful gem and a almost dead rogue
And
sprints into mid-morning traffic.
I'll be all right.
And I think that's where we got to cut it, unfortunately.
That's
I'll
the
be
end.
fine. I'm a toughie.
Really quick before we cut away, Ronnie, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. You have been amazing. I'm so glad you came onto the show. Do you have any projects that you would like to shout out or shout out your socials to the people who are watching?
Well, I did bring my I have Great
Yeah,
Wars.
the Great Wars anthology. I love that book.
Yeah, I have a story in here. I also have a story in the Not Ghosts but Spirits 2 anthology, but I only have the ebook, so I can't show you that.
That's perfectly fine. What are your socials for the people watching so they can go and follow you?
Who knows what's happening with Twitter, but for now, I'm Chibi Tweets with a Z, and on the other thing, I'm Chibigrams. So anything with Chibi, you add the end of the thing, and you'll find me.
Anything with Chibi, everybody go and follow. Ronnie, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Everybody go buy the Great Wars anthology, where Ronnie's got a short story, and I'm sure we'll all be super excited for whatever you've got coming up next.
Yeah, we'll see.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you, guys.
And you hoist it, and you hoist it aloft. And you have
Didn't mean to take you all out with that one. Just making fun of Alex again.